Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're diving into a single, incredibly rich source, the novel Jewels by Danielle Steel.
Right. And you might hear novel and think, literary analysis.
Exactly, but that's not what we're doing here. This isn't about criticism. It's really about excavating the extraordinary life story of one woman, Sarah Whitfield.
Treating it almost like a biography.
Precisely, like a meticulously documented life. Our mission, to figure out how she navigates, well, everything. Immense privilege, terrible heartbreak, global war, complicated family stuff.
And still builds this lasting legacy, staying true to herself through it all.
Yeah. You're about to hear a life that honestly reads like fiction. Just stunning reversals of fortune, tragedies, triumphs. It's quite something.
It really is. It lets us get right into the core of her character, see how she develops agency despite circumstances that could easily just crush a person.
Totally. That spirit she has. So it opens, right, with Sarah at 75. She's got these priceless pearls reflecting on a wonderful life.
That image of opulence sets the stage for privilege, absolutely.
But it immediately makes you ask, okay, how did she get here? What was the journey? Because as we find out pretty quickly, those early years weren't exactly wonderful.
Not at all. We flash back to her first engagement, to Freddie Van Deering.
Ah, Frey.
Yeah. He's painted as, charming, fun, Princeton grad, laughs a lot.
Yeah.
Contagious laughter, the book says.
But there's always a but.
A big one. He's described as seldom serious about anything, zero ambition for work, happy to live off the family fortune.
And Sarah sees this, even young Sarah. She might be caught up in the charm, but the text says she sensed too much fun, too many distractions.
And no serious talk, right? No plans for the future.
Hmm.
It's a flicker of that self-awareness she has even early on, a sense that something's fundamentally off.
Yeah, a mismatch. And it unravels fast after the wedding. The honeymoon's nice, brief.
Then back to reality. New York, the apartment, and Freddie staying out late. Until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
And when she finally asks him point blank, what exactly do you do at night?
His answer is so dismissive. Boyish, almost. Sometimes I have a little too much to drink, that's all. Just brushing her off.
But the real kicker comes later, during a fight. He basically throws it in her face.
He says, "You married me because I was fun to be with, didn't you? If you'd wanted a bore, you could have found one, but you didn't. You wanted me."
Oof. It just lays bare his selfishness, completely dismisses her feelings.
And then things get even harder. She gets pregnant.
She tells him quietly, "I'm having a baby." And his reaction?
Shock. He actually hopes she's joking. Can you imagine?
Just awful. And then the miscarriage happens. Terrible pain, a devastating loss for her.
Yeah, the book says it felt like a piece of her died too. And her mother tries to comfort her, reveals she lost a baby too. A moment of shared grief, maybe.
But not with Freddie. His reaction is, well, it's monstrous, frankly.
He felt relieved. Admits he never wanted this baby.
Yeah.
Calls the pregnancy the icing on a cake he already knew was poison.
It's just, the cruelty is staggering. She's grieving and he's relieved. It highlights her utter isolation in that marriage.
Absolutely. And this plunges her into a really deep depression. She loses her joie de vivre, becomes like a dead person, even to herself.
Her first instinct, though, is just to endure it. She resigns herself to this awful marriage. Why? To avoid the humiliation of divorce.
Which, you have to remember, in her family, her social circle back then, divorce was basically unthinkable. The societal pressure was enormous.
So she decides to stick it out. And Freddie, he takes advantage.
Completely. He sees her compliance, her good nature, and just gets worse. Openly seeing other women, drinking all the time.
Becoming increasingly vicious, berating her, telling her things like, "You're enough to spoil anyone's fun at a party."
He's chipping away at her, the picture of someone trapped, enduring this nightmare quietly.
Until the breaking point. That public humiliation.
The lawn party.
Yeah.
Her parents' party.
Freddie drives his fancy Packard 12 Phaeton right across the lawn, shouting, laughing.
And brings 3 paid women with him. Local women. Just flaunting it.
And taunting Sarah, calling out, "Don't you want to meet my sweetie?" in front of everyone. Her family, their friends.
It's just brutal. A deliberate public attack on her dignity.
Thankfully, her father, Edward Thompson, steps in. He and the waiters physically remove Freddie and the women. Swift action.
But the real shift isn't just her father acting. It's Sarah herself. After a night of sobbing, the family gathers.
And she makes the decision. Divorce. An absolutely radical act for her family, unheard of.
It's pivotal. She's not just escaping Freddie. She's reclaiming herself, her own worth.
So, to heal, she retreats. Refuses to go back to New York. stays at her parents' beach house on Long Island.
Her sister Jane calls her a spoiled brat for hiding away, tells her to make an effort. But Sarah needs that space.
Yeah, she needs to find herself again. And then, another blow, Freddie quickly gets engaged again.
To Emily Astor, one of Sarah's oldest friends, just twists the knife.
But Sarah does something powerful, symbolic really,
She sells her wedding ring, that last tie to Freddie.
and uses the money to put a deposit on an old, run-down farm on Long Island near the ocean. Her sanctuary. Needs a ton of work, but it's hers.
A physical space for her new beginning. But her parents aren't quite done intervening.
Nope. They decide to take her to Europe for 2 months. England, France, Italy.
And the goal is pretty explicit. Find a husband for Sarah. Trying to fix things the traditional way.
But Sarah's not having it. She says, I had no desire whatsoever to be cheered. She preferred her solitary life, her dark thoughts. She wasn't looking for a replacement husband.
She was looking for herself. But, ironically, this trip they forced on her.
Becomes the catalyst for everything changing. Serendipity strikes.
In England. At some social thing, she meets William Whitfield.
And William is different, right away.
Totally different. Witty, intelligent, amused by everything, the text says. And, crucially, he sees her. He draws her out.
He jokes about the awful relatives trotted out for matchmaking, says things like, you don't drool, I would bet that you can tell time, and you do speak English. He makes her laugh.
But it's deeper than humor. He senses her past pain almost immediately.
Asks her directly, but gently, there's a secret in your life, isn't there? And it's not a happy one, is it?
It's perceptive, empathetic, not prying. He offers comfort, saying, sometimes the things that hurt us the worst are the ones we forget quickest.
Such a contrast to Freddie's complete self-absorption. This is genuine understanding.
And then comes the playful reveal about his title.
Right. Your Grace. He's a duke. In line to the throne.
And Sarah's reaction is brilliant.
Yeah.
Compares it to a disease you might catch. Shows her sense of humor returning.
Well, William just shrugs it off. 14th in line? It's hardly overwhelming. I could give it up in an instant.
That's key, isn't it? His title isn't his identity. His value is intrinsic, unlike the status-obsessed world she knew with Freddie.
Absolutely. And their romance just takes off. He's persistent, attentive, but in a way that feels genuine, not pushy.
And he really sees her. Takes her to see the crown jewels, not just showing off, but sharing something special with her.
And introduces her to his mother, the Dowager Duchess, who welcomes her warmly. That acceptance must have meant so much.
Huge. Sarah feels different with him. Wants to laugh again. Feels like she could create delightful mischief. It's like she's coming back to life.
The joy is returning. And then the grand gesture. He follows her to Italy.
Finds her looking forlorn in the hotel lobby. Just sweeps her up, kisses her.
And confesses, I don't think that I can live without you. It feels earned, not impulsive. Deep connection.
And then the proposal in Rome. Straightforward, no games. I want to marry you.
He tackles the obstacles head on. His succession rights, her divorce. None of it matters to him. He wants her.
And he reveals he already told his mother his intentions, even before Sarah met her. And the Duchess fully supports it, calls it a very sensible plan.
That blessing, that family acceptance is so validating after her first experience.
And then the king himself. King George gives his blessing, even with William giving up his succession rights. It's incredible.
William teases her. You'll make a beautiful duchess. Actually,
Yeah.
You'd make a damn fine queen, too.
It just perfectly captures their dynamic. Joyful, equal, a partnership. This isn't just a rebound. It's finding the real thing.
What a transformation. So their life together starts with this huge project, restoring that deserted French chateau, La Muse.
Right. Pouring their energy into creating something beautiful together. Sarah's passion for it is huge. All it needed was people to love it. It's symbolic of their own relationship, really.
Building a dream. And then their first son arrives, Philip Edward.
And the birth sounds incredibly intense. 12 hours, unassisted at the chateau. William delivers the baby himself.
Wow. Talk about shared experience. Sweat mixing with tears. That kind of moment binds you together in a profound way.
Definitely. But then the world intrudes.
World War II?
Yeah, the shadow fought. William gets called back to England, Bomber Command. He has to leave Sarah.
And she's 7 months pregnant. Staying behind in France at the chateau, reluctantly.
And then tragedy strikes again, hard. Her parents die in a boating accident.
Just devastating. And then the news about William. Reported missing in action. Parachuted into Germany on a dangerous mission. Gone.
She's consumed with grief, naturally. But the text emphasizes this inner certainty that he was alive, that incredible resilience again, that deep connection.
And while she's grieving, holding on to hope, the war arrives right at her doorstep. The chateau is occupied by German forces.
Turned into a convalescent hospital. And the commandant, Joachim, becomes this unexpected figure in her life.
He's not a caricature Nazi. He's described as decent, divorced, has sons, shows kindness.
Remarkable kindness, actually.
Right.
He protects Sarah's companion, Emmanuel, from his own soldiers. Threatens to shoot them. Shows a moral core, even within that uniform.
And their connection deepens under these intense circumstances. Sarah gives birth again to Elizabeth Annabelle, Lizzie.
Again, unassisted. And Joachim is there, helps save the baby's life during a difficult delivery. He's deeply moved, cries with relief.
But tragedy strikes yet again. Little Lizzie gets sick. There's no medicine available because of the war.
And she dies. Sarah's explanation is heartbreaking. Mommy couldn't get any medicine for her, so she died. Just raw grief.
And Joachim shares that grief with her. He develops this deep, unspoken love for Sarah, brings them food, offers comfort. The book says he lived and breathed and existed for her.
It's complex. Sarah relies on him, sees him as a kind man and a decent person.
Yeah.
But her loyalty to William is absolute, unwavering.
When Joachim offers her diamond earrings, a clear gesture of affection.
She refuses. Tells him plainly, I am married to William forever. It's such a powerful statement of devotion.
And then, after years of silence, news. William is found.
Found, but barely alive, in a POW camp. Horrifically emaciated, maybe 130 pounds, hair white, gangrene in both legs, fractures that never healed, looks like his own father.
The doctors give him no chance, say he won't live, can't save his legs.
But Sarah refuses to accept it, just refuses. She nurses him, wills him back to life. Pure force of will and love.
It's incredible. He recovers, physically at least, though he remains in a wheelchair. He accepts his limitations.
And there's that moment of reconciliation, isn't there? William asks about Joachim. There's a hint of jealousy, maybe. Understandable.
And Sarah is honest, tearful. I kissed him goodbye, but I did not betray you.
And William understands. He accepts it. Their bond is strong enough to withstand even that complexity, that shared trauma.
Just amazing. So, after the war, after all that loss and reunion, they pivot. They start something new.
Whitfield's, the jewelry business, it starts almost accidentally or maybe philanthropically. Buying jewels from people ruined by the war, needing cash.
Right, helping people out, but also recognizing value. It's about restoring beauty, too.
And it evolves quickly. They open the first Whitfield store in Paris, Faubourg Saint-Honoré, super chic.
Designed by Elsie de Wolfe, pale gray velvet, stocked with incredible pieces like a Czarina's ruby choker. It's an instant success.
Huge success. So they expand, open another store in London, even grander. Managed by Nigel Holbrook, this discreet, knowledgeable gentleman.
It's an empire built from the ashes, really. A testament to their shared vision, their resilience, their taste.
But life isn't just about business. The family tapestry gets complicated, as families do.
Oh, definitely. Their kids grow up, have their own lives, their own struggles. Philip, the first son.
He seems to struggle with William's return, his disability, becomes distant, maybe some resentment towards Julian, the younger brother.
His marriage to Lady Cecily seems perfect on the surface, makes her an excellent duchess, but Sarah sees beneath it. She's convinced that he wasn't happy. That pressure to conform again.
Then there's Julian, the second son. Warm, charming, everyone loves him.
He marries Yvonne. Beautiful, but calculating. They have a son, Max.
And then the bombshell. Yvonne has an affair with Philip, tries to trap Philip into marriage, claiming she's pregnant with his child.
Just awful betrayal. But Julian handles it with surprising strength.
He exposes the lie, reveals Philip had a vasectomy, the child is Julian's. Yvonne gets a payoff and leaves.
And Julian, instead of bitterness, he steps up, becomes this devoted single dad to Max. It shows his character, his capacity for love, even after being hurt so badly.
Then Isabel, the daughter, beautiful, headstrong.
Her first marriage is a disaster. Lorenzo di Santibaldi, Italian prince, total fortune hunter, unfaithful, controlling.
Keeps her in a prison-like situation in Italy. No divorce possible then. Shows how vulnerable even privileged women could be.
So Sarah steps in again, empowers her daughter.
Opens Whitfield's in Rome. Gives Isabel a purpose, independence, a way out.
And Isabel finds her own happiness, eventually. Falls for Lucas, a married man, has kids with him. Unconventional, yes, but it works for her. Finding love on her own terms.
Like mother, like daughter, in a way. Forging her own path. And finally, Xavier, the youngest.
Born much later. Sarah's 48. He's different from the others. Adventurous, craves the exotic and the unknown, goes off to Yale.
It's interesting how Sarah embraced motherhood again later in life. Julian at 40, Xavier at 48. William was thrilled, especially wanting a daughter after losing Lizzie. Xavier's C-section marks the end of her baby days.
But even with all this life, loss is never far away. William's health starts to decline.
A mild heart attack first, a warning. Then a gradual decline, those old war wounds catching up.
He dies peacefully at 75 in Sarah's arms at the château, a year after his mother passed.
Devastating for Sarah. But even in her grief, she hears Xavier crying in the distance, that pull of motherhood, of responsibility, knowing she has to keep going for her children.
That enduring purpose. And then one final echo from the past.
Joachim returns, a year after William's death. He's a professor now. Visits her at the chateau.
Confesses he's loved her all these years.
And Sarah's response is so consistent, so true to her core. She acknowledges the past connection, says she loved him then, in a way.
But affirms her ultimate truth. I can't imagine loving another man again, ever. I am married to William forever.
It's not about rejecting Joachim as a person, but about the unique, unbreakable bond she shared with William. It transcends death for her.
So looking back, Sarah, the matriarch, reflects on it all. Her children's interesting lives, never boring, often complicated.
The success of Whitfield's, this empire she built with William, the chateau, transformed from ruin to fairyland. Her life is just epic.
What really stands out, though, isn't just the scale of it all, but that internal compass she always followed.
Exactly. She navigated unimaginable losses, a child, parents, William gone for years, but always found the strength to rebuild, to innovate, to love fiercely. It's an incredible study in resilience.
So what do we take away from this deep dive into Sarah's life? It really makes you think about love, doesn't it? And resilience.
Definitely. Is true love that singular, unwavering devotion like Sarah had for William, even after he's gone? That forever feeling?
Or can love also encompass connection in different forms, like the bond she had with Joachim, born of shared trauma and kindness, even while her heart belonged elsewhere?
And her legacy, it's not just the jewelry empire, it's the family. Messy, dramatic, sure, but vibrant, reflecting her own complex journey.
Her idea of being married to William forever is so powerful, but her life wasn't static.
Not at all. It shows that enduring love involves courage. Courage to adapt, to forgive, even to open new chapters when the old ones still hurt.
It leaves you wondering, doesn't it? Can someone truly be married forever in their heart, like Sarah felt, while still living such a full, rich life filled with other loves, other achievements after loss?
A really extraordinary life to explore. Just fascinating.